Have you ever had a brilliant idea and wanted to invite your colleagues to join your vision? Or perhaps you are doing excellent work and want to help your team coordinate even more smoothly?
That is a very common goal, Sophia. Many professionals feel this way when they begin to guide a project, even without a formal title. Professional communication is the bridge that connects everyone and helps the whole team progress together.
Exactly, Liam. True leadership is about positive influence and clear communication. It is a practical skill set that any professional can develop to grow their career. In today's video on Business English for Success, we will explore how to guide others with confidence and professional grace.
We have prepared 5 practical workplace scenarios, from facilitating a team meeting to offering helpful, constructive feedback. For each situation, we will share a standard approach, provide a refined, professional solution, and practice with a real conversation.
And please stay with us until the end. After the 5 scenarios, we have a special shadowing step-by-step session to help you refine your natural tone and speaking rhythm.
It is time to refine your professional communication. Let's start with our first scenario, facilitating a brainstorming session.
Imagine you are in a project update meeting. Your team is ready for fresh ideas to enhance the current workflow, and you want to ensure everyone feels invited to contribute. Your goal is to encourage them to share their thoughts in a supportive and welcoming atmosphere.
In this situation, some might use phrases that feel a bit too direct, such as, "Does anyone have any ideas? Why is there no input?" Or, "We need to finish this now, so please say something."
Instead of emphasizing the lack of input or using a demanding tone, a professional lead focuses on creating an open environment. You should use inclusive language and open-ended questions.
That is correct, Sophia. A more effective way is to invite contributions by focusing on the collective goal. For example, asking for different viewpoints helps the team feel that their input is valued and appreciated.
To give you a clear picture, let's listen to how a professional lead facilitates this conversation with grace and clarity. I appreciate everyone being here today. We are looking for ways to enhance our current process. Liam, based on your experience with the last project, what is your perspective on this?
I think we have a solid foundation, but we could simplify the reporting stage. It might save the team some time each week.
That is a helpful observation. How do the rest of you feel about simplifying that specific stage?
I agree with Liam. If we adjust the template, it would be much more efficient for everyone involved.
Excellent. Let's explore that further. Does anyone else have a different viewpoint or another area we should look at?
Perhaps we could also look at our internal communication tools to ensure everyone stays updated in real time.
Notice how we use the word perspective instead of idea. A perspective feels more personal and encourages a safe space for sharing without fear of being right or wrong. This invites more voices into the room.
We also say, "How do the rest of you feel?" This helps build a bridge between team members. You are fostering a collaborative conversation for the whole group.
The most effective sentence here is, "What is your perspective on this?" It is polite, professional, and very effective in any business meeting.
Now, if you were leading a meeting today, how would you ask your colleagues for their input? Please share your version in the comments below.
Now that we know how to start a conversation, how can we share responsibilities with the team while remaining supportive and clear?
That is an essential skill for every professional. We will explore the art of delegating with clarity in our next scenario. Stay tuned.
In our second scenario, imagine you are coordinating a new marketing campaign. You need a team member to handle the weekly report. The goal is to delegate this task so that they understand exactly how to proceed and the timeline for completion, ensuring they feel supported and confident.
A very common approach is to be a bit too vague. Someone might say, "Can you take a look at the reports? Just get it done as soon as possible." This often leads to a lack of clarity because there's no specific direction or time frame.
To delegate effectively, it is helpful to share a clear objective, provide the necessary resources, and agree on a specific timeline.
Exactly, Sophia. A professional lead focuses on collaboration. Instead of simply assigning a task, you invite the team member to take an active role in the process. This builds mutual trust and ensures the quality of the work.
Let's listen to a professional way to delegate this task with clarity and a supportive tone. Liam, I would like to invite you to take ownership of our weekly progress reports. I believe your attention to detail will be a valuable asset here.
Thank you, Sophia.
I am happy to contribute. What are the key areas you would like me to focus on?
We are aiming to highlight the user engagement numbers. I have prepared a template for you to make the process more efficient. Does that sound manageable within your current schedule?
Yes, the template will be very helpful. When would you like to see the first draft?
Please have it ready by Thursday afternoon so we can review it before the Friday meeting. Do you feel you have all the information you need to begin?
I do. I will reach out if I have any further questions. Thank you for the opportunity.
Notice how we use the phrase take ownership instead of do this task. Ownership encourages a sense of professional responsibility and pride in the outcome.
Also, Sophia asked, do you feel you have everything you need? This is a very supportive approach. It shows that you are committed to their success, fostering a collaborative environment. Our key sentence today is, does that sound manageable? It is a respectful way to ensure the workload is balanced while maintaining a professional standard.
When you share a task with a colleague, what is the most important detail you usually include? Let us know in the comments below.
Now that the tasks are delegated, how do you provide guidance if an adjustment is needed?
That is an important conversation to master. In our next scenario, we will show you how to give constructive feedback while keeping the atmosphere positive and encouraging. In our third scenario, imagine you are reviewing a presentation draft prepared by a team member. While the information is accurate, the visual layout could be further refined for better clarity. Your goal is to provide feedback that encourages growth while keeping your colleague feeling valued and motivated.
A common approach is to focus only on what needs changing, using phrases like, "This layout is not helpful," or "You need to add the charts, please change it now." This can lead a colleague to feel less confident instead of feeling supported.
To give professional feedback, we use a balanced approach, recognizing a strength, suggesting a specific area for enhancement, and ending with a supportive comment.
Exactly, Sophia. This method ensures the feedback is constructive. It shows that you appreciate their effort and that you are working together toward a high-quality result.
Let's listen to how you can offer this feedback in a way that feels like a collaborative and professional discussion. Liam, thank you for sharing the draft. I really appreciate the detailed data you included in the first section.
I'm glad you liked it, Sophia. I spent a lot of time gathering those numbers. Do you think it's ready?
The content is very strong. To make it even more impactful, perhaps we could refine the visual layout so the key points stand out more clearly. What is your perspective on that?
That makes sense. I can adjust the font size and add more space to help with the flow.
That sounds like a great plan. I'm looking forward to seeing the updated version. Your contribution is very helpful for this project.
Thank you, Sophia. I'll have those updates ready for you by the end of the day.
Notice how we use the phrase even more impactful instead of saying the current version needs to be fixed. This suggests that you are enhancing a solid foundation.
Also, asking, "What is your perspective on that?" involves the other person in the solution. It turns a suggestion into a mutual agreement, which is an important quality of a professional lead. Our key sentence for this part is, to make it even more impactful, perhaps we could... This phrase is very effective for suggesting enhancements while maintaining a supportive tone.
How do you usually begin a feedback conversation with your team? Please share your favorite opening phrase in the comments below.
Giving feedback is a key skill, but how do we manage situations where team members have different viewpoints during a discussion?
That is an important part of professional teamwork. In our next scenario, we will look at navigating different perspectives to reach a professional consensus. In our fourth scenario, imagine your team is choosing between two different software tools for a project. Two colleagues have distinct professional opinions, and the discussion requires a clear path forward. Your objective is to acknowledge both viewpoints and guide the team toward a professional consensus.
A common but less effective approach is to select one side immediately, or try to conclude the discussion quickly by saying, "We need to decide now, let's just pick one," or "I think Liam's idea is better, let's go with that." This can make others feel that their professional input is not fully appreciated.
A professional lead uses a technique called objective alignment. Instead of viewing it as a disagreement, you frame it as a search for the best fit for the team's shared goals.
Exactly, Sophia. You should summarize both viewpoints to show you are listening actively, and then redirect the focus to the project's specific requirements. This keeps the environment positive and productive.
Let's observe how to facilitate this discussion so that everyone feels heard and the project stays on its professional track. I hear two distinct viewpoints here. Liam, you value the speed of the first tool, and Sophia, you are considering the long-term maintenance of the second one. Is that correct?
Yes, that's my main point. I believe speed is our priority for this current phase.
I understand. Sophia, what is your perspective on how the speed of the first tool aligns with our maintenance goals? Well, if we can automate the updates, the speed might actually be a benefit for us. I am open to exploring that. That is a very constructive way to look at it. How about we evaluate both tools based on those two specific criteria, speed and maintenance, and make a final decision by tomorrow?
That sounds like a fair and professional approach. Let's do that.
Notice how we used the phrase, "Is that correct?" after summarizing. This shows respect and ensures you have understood their professional position accurately.
Also, by using the word evaluate, you move the team away from personal preferences and toward objective facts. This creates a unified environment where the focus is on the best result for everyone.
Our key sentence for this situation is, "I hear two distinct viewpoints here." It is a neutral and professional way to acknowledge different ideas with respect.
If your team is choosing between two good options, how do you usually help them reach an agreement? Please share your professional tips with us in the comments.
Navigating different ideas is an essential skill for professional growth. But once a decision is made, how do you maintain the team's positive energy until the project is complete?
That is an important part of project success. In our final scenario, we will look at inspiring and summarizing goals to conclude your project with clarity and confidence.
In our final scenario, imagine your team has just finished a detailed planning session. There's a lot of information to remember, and your objective is to summarize the key points and leave the team feeling encouraged and clear about the next steps.
A common approach is to end the meeting without a summary, perhaps by saying, "Okay, we're done. Everyone knows their tasks, right? Just check your emails later." This often leaves people feeling uncertain about the main priority.
A professional lead uses a recap and affirm strategy. You briefly restate the core objectives and then express sincere appreciation for the team's contribution.
Correct, Sophia. By highlighting the collective progress, you help everyone see the value of their time. This reinforces a positive team culture and ensures everyone leaves with a shared purpose.
Let's listen to how you can conclude a meeting with clarity and professional encouragement. Thank you for your valuable input today, everyone. Before we finish, I'd like to summarize our 3 key action items to ensure we're all aligned.
That would be very helpful, Sophia. There was a lot of productive discussion today.
First, Liam will finalize the budget draft. Second, I will coordinate with the design team. And third, we will all meet on Wednesday to review the progress.
The plan is very clear. I feel confident about these next steps.
I truly appreciate the dedication you all brought to this session. Your contribution helps this project move forward effectively. Let's maintain this positive progress together.
Thank you, Sophia. I'm looking forward to a productive week.
Notice the use of the word aligned. In business English, alignment is professional and precise. It suggests that everyone is moving in the same direction with a shared understanding.
Also, by saying, maintain this positive progress, you are focusing on the group's steady work. It is a subtle way to encourage others without using exaggerated language or unrealistic promises.
Our key sentence to close any professional discussion is, I truly appreciate the dedication you all brought to this session. It is sincere, warm, and highly professional.
How do you usually end your meetings to keep your team encouraged? We would love to see your favorite closing phrases in the comments below.
We have covered 5 essential scenarios for any professional, but knowing the words is only the first step.
To speak with true professional confidence, it is helpful to master your rhythm and natural tone. That is why we are moving into our most important part, the shadowing step-by-step session.
Get ready to speak along with us. Your path to professional fluency continues right now. It is time to practice. To refine your professional communication style, it is helpful to master your rhythm and intonation. Please listen to each sentence and speak along with us.
We have selected the most effective sentences from each scenario. Let's start.
What is your perspective on this?
What is your perspective on this?
Excellent. Next sentence. Does that sound manageable?
Does that sound manageable?
Great job. Now for the feedback. To make it even more impactful, perhaps we could refine the visual layout.
To make it even more impactful, perhaps we could refine the visual layout.
Well done. Let's practice acknowledging different ideas. I hear 2 distinct viewpoints here.
I hear 2 distinct viewpoints here.
Finally, a warm closing. I truly appreciate the dedication you all brought to this session.
I truly appreciate the dedication you all brought to this session.
Fantastic effort. Practicing these sentences regularly will help you communicate with natural confidence in a professional environment.
Sophia, that was a very productive session today. Which technique do you think provides the most value for our viewers?
I personally value the perspective technique from our first scenario. It is a very polite way to invite contribution and ensure everyone feels valued. What about you, Liam?
I agree. I also find the manageable question very useful. It shows that a professional cares about the team's balance and provides support. It builds a very positive team culture.
Exactly. Professionalism is about collaboration and mutual respect. We hope these 5 scenarios help you feel more prepared for your next team discussion.
Thank you for joining us today on Business English for Success. If you found this video helpful, feel free to share your thoughts with the community in the comments.
We look forward to seeing your progress. Keep practicing, and we will see you in our next video to explore more professional skills for your career growth.
Have a productive and successful day. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, everyone.